I'm gonna put this right here. Put this here for the moment. Or really just until I get done making this. But it's going like that for now. Also, do need to feel something in my stomach. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm damn sure gonna forget. At some points I do tend to forget. Sometimes I tend to forget to eat sometimes, but not to the point where I just don't eat at all. It's just most times it's just kind of hard for me to tell personally when exactly I am hungry and what I'm exactly hungry for. Because me personally, it's hard to tell sometimes. And I know my hair's sticking up. I don't care. Hair's coming. It's just fuck it. It's gonna stick up regardless. More than likely. And truth be told, I am not worried about it. I'm not. But anyway, now to try and put something in the old stomach. Although, I will say this now. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm LJ. Like and subscribe if you want. If you don't, fine. You click the like button, dislike. Either one is fine for me, honestly. Beyond that, you can comment down below. Throughout the video, if you like some, whatever, is your choice. That's basically all I can say about it. If you do like the video, say it. If you don't, hell, you can say you don't. I make videos for myself personally, not for any type of, what's the word for it? Certification or gratification or for anyone's acceptance or verification. For me, purely, it's because I fucking want to. You don't like it? Goodbye. If you do, stick around. Anyway, I'm gonna fix me a little something, and I'll be right with you. And although I can't really do the whole time loop or whatever you want to call it bullshit, but I know one thing: patience. Patience is key. And also, I will say, yes, it is early in the morning right now. It's like 9 something. Well, between 9 and 10 something in the morning. I will say that. Plus, I'm not gonna say I had a lot of sleep last night, but I had enough sleep. Plus, for me personally, I barely get enough sleep as it is, mainly just because of thoughts that run through the brain, or run through my brain. But other than that, it's just doing what I can to, yes, live throughout the day. Shit, nothing really specific that I try to do, really. Just do the best I can. Sometimes the best you can do may not be the greatest, but at the end of the day, all you really focus on is the best that you can do. That might not be great for everyone in the long run, but it's greater for yourself. Because trust and believe me, I know some things may not gratify other people, and it'll mostly gratify you in the end, which is honestly all you should really worry about. You know, for me, for a while, been kind of different in a way, and not in a way I would. Yes, I want to say a way I would try to describe it and or put it, but I personally haven't been as consistent. I mean, by consistent, I mean like making videos and stuff on YouTube, like I used to, or used to want to. And truth be told, I'll honestly explain why. So, a couple years ago, I'm 21 now. This happened when I was 15, I believe. Yeah, it's been a while, so my memory's kind of iffy, and that accident is kind of mostly why. But I had an accident when I was 15 on my bike and everything. I was leaving, trying to leave school. Mom came and got me. I honestly, I don't know how I did, but I forgot I rode my bike to school. Me personally, I knew the reason why I rode my bike, mainly because I had a certain haircut that I got bullied for, and I didn't ignore, like I always talk about. Trust me, believe me, I talk about a lot of shit I try to ignore. Sometimes I fail at it, sometimes I succeed. But, you know, I let it get to me so badly that it, I would say it caused a certain event, but then again, what I did didn't cause anything. It just, it led me to a setback. That's the best way I can put it. In the accident, I ended up having, shoot, my left ankle broken, back of my skull cracked, chipped tooth, which is one of these two in the front. One of these two. I don't remember which one. Wait, now I think about it. It was this one. Also, kind of. Well, I ain't gonna say kind of, but now I have like I so-called have short-term memory loss. But for me personally, mm, I don't honestly believe that part. Mainly because I honestly remember everything that happened to me. I mean, everything. Even from the time I was little, I remember most of everything, even before the accident. But I so-called have short-term memory loss. What? I guess it's like, hey, you deal with you deal with you deal with what you go through. And you deal with what you got. Me personally, I deal with a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna lie. Even some certain things I shouldn't really deal with. It's like even now I'm starting to get back to certain things I used to do and or even wanted to do in the past. I know when I was going on like 14, well 13, 14, I was making videos and stuff as a little kid. I remember all that. Even doing the spicy something challenge when I was younger. Now it's kind of been like 5 ish, well 6 years has been since I've really made a excuse me, since I've made a YouTube video of any kind, or really just something to post on YouTube. Honestly, I've been sort of posting on sorta, and I mean sorta like really sorta posting, even barely posting on TikTok. And I don't even really like TikTok that much, not gonna lie. But TikTok is just a bunch of, how to put it, nonsense. It's mostly a bunch of nonsense. Then again, it's a whole bunch. It's crazy. TikTok is crazy. I will say there are some cool things you can get on TikTok, but also there are some crazy things you can hear and see on TikTok. And trust me, some of it you would think is really good, but when you really think about it, it's not. A lot of stuff on TikTok, Instagram, even Facebook. Some of the time, Facebook is kind of it's a distraction. And I can say that mostly for myself. It's a distraction. And I don't even really like Facebook or even Instagram or Snapchat of that like continuum. Social media, personally for me, is bullshit. It really is. Beyond all measures. Although sometimes it can be fun to watch certain videos and whatnot on certain platforms. But then again, even then it depends on the certain video that you watch. But boy, when I tell you, on TikTok, on my For You page, it's so much, how I put it, it's so much nonsense. It's just a bunch of nonsense. That's the best way I can put it. Not entirely great, and it's not really entirely really terrible. It's just crazy nonsense. I don't know, like, the better word to put for it, honestly. I really don't. Also, I know if I'm kind of, I know if it look like I'm looking in two different directions, sort of. I'm honestly, one, trying to focus on the camera thingy right here, and not just looking at the screen that's right here. But for me, it's kind of weird to just look at the camera thing when I can also see myself on the screen too. It's not distracting. It's just kind of confusing for me to focus on one thing when I'm looking at another. I don't know. Might just be me, might not. I don't know. But I know one thing. I know that doing this YouTube stuff is kind of, in a way, it gives you an anxiety and depression in certain ways. Only mostly because of what certain people say. But at the end of the day, it's just people talking about random stuff or just criticizing your content or the person itself or the things they say. It's just a whole bunch of criticism and sarcasm. Me personally, I don't even try to focus on it. I just try to focus on what I need to do. What they want, but for me, it's kind of mostly a need. Now, even beyond that, I just focus on what I can do. I know it's a lot of things I can't and really can't do, but I still try. I mean, if you don't try, you fail. If you fail, you didn't try. Even when there's a possibility of you still being able to win, but you don't try, you fail. So for me, really, doing this YouTube stuff, it's kind of me trying to get back into what I used to do when I was younger, when I was 15. Although I know it's a big gap in there, but for me personally, it was very much needed, shall I say. Because I'll be honest, for me personally, it's kind of difficult in a way to get back to moving the way I used to, exercising some of the ways I used to, and even thinking or doing or even eating a certain way. Kinda, it kind of messed with me. And no, I don't usually talk about it. I keep it to myself most of the time. Even sometimes if I talk about it, I'm talking to myself. I don't need to talk to people. You can talk to yourself and still figure out the problem. Talking to other people, only one gives them gives them some type of chance to give you their opinion about things, which some of the time is not really needed, and or a thought that has nothing to do with what you're talking about. And beyond that, talk about something dealing with them when you're trying to talk about yourself and deal with that, but they put themselves in it instead and not listening to you, which is it's a bit disappointing, but understandable in some ways. But me personally, I just don't feel comfortable talking to people like that. Excuse me. I don't feel comfortable talking to people about certain things. Excuse me. Or even about a lot of things. Excuse me. Although I will say, although I did have a hard time doing certain things growing up in life when I was 15 going up, I did have a hard time in school. I had a hard time, really hard time with like schoolwork. I could say school, but school is just for me it's a dumb way to put all the things in to just school. Cause for me it's bullshit. I'm not blaming work and doing this and that on just school. Oh no. School? School wasn't that hard for me, honestly. Doing the work on the other hand, that was a big issue for me. I can't explain how big of an issue it was after my accident. My memory was like bouncing all over the place. Like a jackrabbit up in here just boggling shit up. And it's like, damn. What Exactly. I mean, it was kind of like, what exactly was I trying to accomplish to even really get back doing? Or even what I admired on doing? Hell, beyond that, like, what my dreams were. Cause I ain't gonna lie, after my accident, my dreams of doing certain things, it kind of like, I want to say flatline, but the best, the best word I can put for it is like, um, let me see, what's the best word for it? Because flatline is, it doesn't really, it just doesn't really go well with the thought process that I had back then versus now. And boy, when I tell you, as far as even dating wise, I I don't even want to do it at all, at all. I know some people say dating it'll get you in some good places. It'll do this. It'll put you in a somewhat of a good mindset. It'll do all these things for you. Okay, if it can do all those things for me, like really do all those things for me, then why the hell is half of these other men beyond myself? These are men getting to the point where they're getting put in prison. Let me switch that. They're getting put on child support and prison, and beyond that, they're being kept from their own kid. And you're telling me all this, that, and third, when all the stuff that I actually know and see versus that, there's no way. I can believe it in a way, but I don't at all. You can be extremely happy in a relationship, but then possibly a couple months or a couple days go by, whole relationship done. Whether it be by her or even him, which most of the case is by a woman. Most of the cases, it's rarely by men. Rarely. And me personally, I've been in a good couple of relationships. And if I can only honestly say they went good in a way, I would be lying. I would truly be lying. Because honestly, no matter how good I was in a relationship, she or she's of those relationships either couldn't take what I was giving and or couldn't settle with what I was giving. So, best alternative. Don't date for a while. And for me personally, I've chose not just not to date for a while, not to date, period. I personally, I'm not dating at all. At all. I'm single as a Pringle and happy to be single. I know most of my, hell, even part of my life, I was trying to at least get into a good relationship. Not amazing or great or perfect. Good. Good enough. I just wanted to be with someone nice. But in the end, things didn't turn out that way. I either got one, left, two, cheated on, 3, lied to. And truth be told, all 3 happened. I can't say they all happened in the same relationship because half of it wasn't all in the same, but I can clearly say majority of it was in the in the relationship I took serious. Trust me, all honestly, I take all my relationships serious. Excuse me. Even if there was a relationship I was in, I'm taking that shit serious. It's not relationships aren't a game to me. I honestly never will. I just don't get how relationships can be games to even certain people. I just don't understand it. Me personally, if you're taking our relationship as a game to where you can just leave, come back, leave, come back, leave, come back, I'm sorry, but huh, there's no, there's no fucking way you could think about getting back with me at all, at all. Mm-mm, not happening. Hell, I wouldn't even want to put myself in a relationship where I'm like I'm leaving, coming back, leaving, coming back. That's that's being childish beyond a lot. And me personally, I hate childish. I do feel that I'm mature enough to know and understand certain things, or even beyond all things. But to the point where you're just playing about being in a relationship with someone, knowing damn well you're in a relationship. You didn't want a relationship from the start. That already tells me you never wanted a relationship from the jump. But I digress. Some people may agree with me. Some people, more than likely, will disagree. That's their opinion or thought about it. I can't change it, and I'm not gonna try to. I'm not gonna make someone change their opinion about things and or thoughts. You feel how you feel, and I will feel how I. Above all things, and beyond anything I've ever really talked about, thought about, whatever, I find it crazy how when people not social media, on YouTube and all these other apps stuff trying to make money, there's always someone else talking shit about them when all they're trying to do is make money too. So the fact that you're making money and you want to talk shit about someone else making money, you're just being a dick yourself. I mean, like, be honest. You're just being a dick for no reason because you can't make the type of money or want to make the type of money that that person is making just because of their content. Like, really? What's the point? You just wanting to talk shit about people just because? That's fucked up. Even for me, that's fucked up. And I don't even do that stuff. Yeah, on anything, I'd rather give positivity than negativity. Because negativity only causes people to have depression, anxiety, and bad feelings and or thoughts about themselves. Me personally, I'm done trying to worry about this or worry about that. If it ain't, if I even if I could control it, I am not going to try to, because not everything is meant to be controlled. Literally, not everything is meant to be controlled. And if you are, well, You might get screwed in the end, or you might succeed at some point. Not saying you will, not saying you won't. But at the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh man. I ain't gonna lie. Last night, I did get some sort of sleep, but most importantly, I got me a good workout. Wasn't extremely big workout, but just enough to get me started back on the journey I previously had. I know it'll take a while, but I'm honestly looking forward. I'm really honestly looking forward for it to take as long as it needs. I know it's gonna take more than a couple of days, couple hours, couple months, hell, maybe even a couple years at that. The only thing I want to see myself doing personally is honestly making an improvement on my life, myself personally. Because for the longest, I've been trying to either one, do what I can, or two, stay out of the way long enough to get to the point where I can do what I need to do. Excuse me. Excuse me. Now, I know sometimes I'll fail, succeed, but to be honest, I'm honestly looking half the time to fail and or succeed. Cause you gotta fail. You gotta fail to get to success sometimes. Hell, you gotta succeed to fail. Whether one way works or another way. Tried both. I mean, at that point, you know what's gonna work or not. Me personally, I went back to my YouTube channel that I made with some of the videos that I had like 6 years ago now. It barely any of the videos at all. I have barely a like, a comment, or any of that. Personally wasn't even. I personally wasn't even really looking to see if there was really anything on it. Honestly, I wasn't surprised. It looked the same exact way it did. What, 2 years ago? A year, between 1 and 2 years ago, between there. But hell, beyond that, nothing's changed. Nothing has really changed. And I can't even say I'm surprised. The fact that so many people will talk so much negativity about other people just because of the content they're making, but yet don't really have any content of their own, but want to talk bad on someone else. That's what's crazy to me. I mean, I understand the positivity talk. That's awesome. But the negativity, that's crazy. It really is. Can't say it's surprising, because it's not really. Crazy, yeah. Really crazy. But everybody lives and does life differently. And that you really can't really be mad about. I mean, it's probably a little bit of disappointment, but other than that, just yeah, they gonna do the fuck they wanna do. Fuck it. I mean, one thing, me on the other hand, I'm just I'm really focused on what I can do from this point on in life, and beyond that, how how far I can go, and more than possibly see how much support I could get along the way. Am I expecting a lot of support, or even just a bare minimum? Not really. I'm not expecting anything, honestly. The only thing I honestly expect, and is really just of myself personally, is the fact that I can make content, post it, and it just be done. And at that point, I've done what I needed to do. Some people will like it, some people won't. I mean, shit, can't control everyone. You can only control your actions, your own actions, not someone else's. Hmm. Hang on. This is pretty good. Also, I made last night. Hmm. Well, yesterday night. Yeah. Hmm. Mm, mm, mm. I know it'll it'll take a lot to make the video, do some edits on it, do some probably do some like try to do some like advertisements or whatever, and during the video, whatever, skip some stuff, take some stuff out, whatever, something. Beyond that, uploading, I know that'll take a while, but beyond that, I'm gonna continue to do what I need to do. Because if I don't do what I need to do, no one else will. And no one knows what I plan on doing or really plan on doing in the future. My plan is different from everyone's, and I know that. No one has the plan or the idea that I have for myself personally. Honestly, I don't even expect anyone to have the same plan that I have. Nor do I not expect it. I just keep my expectations to a bare minimum or below bare minimum, should I say. Because when you expect things of others or certain things, that expectation can it can quite literally crash and burn or do some right. But sometimes, sometimes it does tend to fail. In the end, all you can do is move past it and do better. Boy. I'll tell you. I am trying to move on and do better most of the time. It is a bit hard, and it does take a, a lot, of patience, which most time I try to make myself have. But then again, all you can really do is what you can. But a long day, long night, long week, long month, long year, whatever it may be. Time and patience is the key. And that's the one thing these last couple months I've been trying to have for myself is patience. Mainly because I've been trying to get my brain and body to the point where I need it to be. Where I need to be into where it absolutely needs to be. Excuse me. Excuse me. But beyond that, just do what you can. Do what you can and move along. Which is the only thing I'm trying to do. Even now. Even while making this video. I just do what I can. Sometimes I'll fail. Sometimes I succeed. So even in times I'll fail and succeed at the same time. Hell, and even that surprises me some of the time. Well, I ain't gonna say all the time. Some. Or barely even half. But at the end of the day, I'm satisfied. I'm not happy nor unhappy. Just completely satisfied. Satisfied enough. Just enough to know what I need to do. Which for me personally, I'm gonna try to make more YouTube videos as I honestly possibly can. I know, and trust me, I know my videos aren't gonna be perfect or whatever. I don't expect them to be. Honestly, I just like to make videos sometimes. Sometimes. Even through those, sometimes I'll post it on the internet or I won't post it at all. And it's only because of the way I feel about a certain video and or the way I talk about certain things in certain videos. I will say, any video I have either posted or not posted has never really been because of anyone's feelings or opinions about it. Strictly mine. Beyond that, don't know, don't really care. If you have an opinion about what I do and or say half the time, that's your problem, not mine. You don't like it, don't watch my videos. Now, if you don't like it, but you still feel entertained by the videos that I make, well, that's, I mean, do what you do. I'm not gonna stab you. I can't. Beyond that, I'm gonna enjoy doing what I do. Well, or mostly just try to enjoy it. This is really all I can do. Anyway, some of the time, I'm turning this fan off. Let's make my food go. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. I will say, it's crazy of some of the stuff that is on my For You page on TikTok. It's kind of nuts to hear about some of the stuff. Even as I'm growing more into an adult, it's crazy. It's really crazy. One, gotta, one, I had to damn near hear about women this, women that, men this, men that. And at the end of the day, it's like, why, I'm not gonna say why talk about it, why bullshit about nonsense. I know some of it helps in a way, on a certain degree, but at the same time, it's like, why disagree about something that is beyond true? Even beyond that, lie about something that is true. Because one, double standard is dumb. And I will say this: men, no, tried to say women, but men came out. Women does more of the double standard than men on any platform whatsoever, and that's absolutely just bananas to me. You know, half the time I don't even be understanding it, but women are gonna be women, men are gonna be men. Just go with it, I guess, or deal with it. I don't know. I'm I'm just a man. Here from here, from there, see it here, see it there. At the end of the day, some of it is a bit true, some of it isn't. For me, I just decided of my own will. But the fact that the one thing I do find nuts is the fact that when some women have, I ain't gonna say have, go with double standard and think it's not double standard, it's crazy. That above all is that above all is nuts. But these same women be wanting men, but those are the same men you're talking shit about. Mm, really? Talking some mess about the same people you're trying to get in bed with. Hell, and beyond that, possibly have kids with. Hmm. Oh, but we're this and that. No, we're only this and that when we don't do what y'all want us to do. And beyond that, we're only that when we do, say, get, or beyond that, of something that they don't want us to do, then they wanna say we're this and that. I know some men are that way. That's true. But not all men are that way. I'm damn sure not. I know one thing for a damn fact. There's no absolutely no way I'm gonna put myself out into this dating world when we have women of all kinds, races, color, whatever, saying things about men in general. It's crazy. But those same people are trying to damn near make us be with them. I ain't gonna say them. Some of them. Some. Because I know not really all women think that way or even really talk that way. But it's like, dang. It's like, wow. Mm, where has, or even is society going to? As far as I see, it's not going good. Not going good at all. I personally don't think it will. Honestly. I know that's probably a bad thing to say. I don't give a damn. It's the true fucking facts. If you don't like the true facts, well, you got some problems to see about yourself. And that was me. But things are the way they are. In some cases. I ain't gonna say all. Some. Because I know some people are in good relationships or even great relationships, have kids together, still together to this day probably. Who knows? Then you got those others that are just, I don't know, with a certain person, man or woman, probably not getting treated right, or probably not treating the other person right, but still want this or that in the situation. That's bananas to me. That's that's stupid. But I digress. Hmm. Yeah, that was my brother, younger brother. It's crazy. It's crazy though. You know you gotta go through a lot of bad things in life, even to get somewhere good, or go through a lot of good things in life and end up somewhere bad. But in the end, just do the best you can do. It may not be perfect or extremely dumb in a way, but just do what you can. do the most of what you can do and not just nothing. Because at that point, when you're doing nothing, you're failing. And beyond that, you're failing yourself. I know for a while I was failing myself because I didn't keep making the YouTube videos and stuff that I wanted to make. I was failing myself for a while. A while. 6 years, actually. I was failing myself on not continuing what I started. My YouTube channel. But I'm I'm slowly getting back into it. Slowly but surely. It's gonna take some time, but I got a lot of time. Even to waste. Somewhat to waste.